When you think of a litter of cuddly kittens, you probably imagine them all curled up somewhere warm and at the side of their loving mother. But with so many stray and feral cats in the world, you're bound to find a feline family where they don't belong. When one construction worker in Montreal reported to his work site one day, he couldn't believe his eyes. There, right in front of him, was a litter of newborn kittens. What the heck were they doing there? Then he looked a little closer. He realized that there was something unusual about two of the kittens, but he couldn't quite put his finger on it. Industrial construction sites can be very dangerous. This is true no matter where they are in the world. The raw materials required for building and the dangerous machinery inside itself aren't anything that young people, or animals for that matter, should ever be around. In order to work on these sites, you need to have a world of training and a load of experience. That was the case for one man working on an industrial construction site in Montreal, who many are now calling a hero. In September 2017, the man reported for duty in an industrial construction site. He thought it would be like any other day, except this time something was different. This time he would make a discovery that would change the way he saw his job forever. That morning, he happened to spot a litter of kittens crying out for their mother. With no mom in sight, he decided to take them in and care for them. He knew an industrial construction site was no place for them to be. It took most of his day trying to round up all the kittens. In fact, he had to make multiple trips to collect them all. He worried that some might have slipped away, but he took comfort in the fact that he did the best he could. Once the kittens were secured, he contacted a rescue organization named Kittens or Felons Montreal, COM. Their mission is to provide all the help and support they can to the stray cats of Montreal, and they did the city a tremendous service. The gentleman managed to catch 6 kittens. One of them was immediately adopted by a family, said a representative from COM about the rescued kittens. The guy knew that the other 5 needed help, so he brought them to us. After providing them with the medical treatment, COM employees estimated that the kittens were only about 7 weeks old. Though a few had parasites, their conditions were treatable, and soon they were all back in good health. There was something odd about 2 of the kittens, though. These kittens had extra toes. This was the result of a condition called polydactylism, or hyperdactyly. This is an inherited abnormality caused when one gene in the cat doesn't develop properly. Thankfully, it's not serious. In fact, some people think it's lucky. Polydactyl cats have as many as 8 toes on each foot, and as a result of their condition, their entire paw can seem to be much larger than that of an average cat. Interestingly, this condition usually only affects their front 2 paws. Although it's rare, the condition can affect a cat's back paws as well. The Guinness World Record holder for the number of toes on Aong is a Canadian polydactyl kitty called Jake. He has a whopping 28 toes total. COM wasn't put off by these kittens' special features, and the staff was more excited than ever to help the entire litter find a home. There are 2 females and 3 males, they said. Chaplin, black male; Vinny, tiger male; Musley, gray female; Alpha, gray male; and Zia, gray female. The kittens were immediately placed into foster care. The 5 little kittens went to their foster home with Isabel to continue their weaning and socialization, said a representative from COM. The little ones were very active, friendly, and playful. Once they had a roof over their head, the kittens felt comfortable enough to really let their personalities show. Alpha, one of the polydactyl kittens, revealed himself to be the calmest of the litter, loving nothing more than a good nap or a cuddle. Zia, meanwhile, proved herself to be the most social of the 5. Sure, she enjoyed time spent playing with her siblings, but if things got a little too exciting, she would seek comfort in the lap of the closest person that she could find. Musley, the other polydactyl kitten, was the most playful of them all. She couldn't resist any toy that came her way, especially those covered in feathers. She also loved to launch sneak attacks against her siblings. It looked like she was shaping up to be one heck of a hunter, huh? Vinny was the kitten with the biggest passion for stirring up trouble. He might love his brothers and sisters, but that didn't mean he wouldn't pounce on them or steal a toy or wreak some other kind of havoc just to keep things interesting. Of course, Vinny needed a partner in crime, and he found that in his brother Chaplin. While all of the kittens got along with each other, the bond that Chaplin and Vinny shared was truly one of a kind. They loved to shake things up. The kittens were doing so well in foster care that the team at COM decided that they were ready to find new forever homes. No one could argue that it was something each and every one of these silly kitties deserved. COM uploaded all of their photos to their Facebook page, and in a matter of weeks, they had been adopted. Just think, without the intervention of that hero on the construction site, these unusual kittens might never have had a chance. Thank goodness that construction worker took the time to round up these special kittens. Without his help, they might have never found homes at all.